All right, we're live.
And no, I'm just going to say this now. We had an awesome intro ready to go. And if you've been on my Facebook, you've already seen the intro. That's supposed to be the intro. We also have an outro.
Yeah, and they look incredible. They've
Thanks
got music.
to Yuri.
Yes, thanks to Yuri. And I forgot. I've had a busy couple weeks. I'm so sorry. So the good news is we're back. I'm excited. It's been too long.
And already I'm bringing down the hammer.
And I have two pieces of bad news. Number one is that Meredith's back.
Wah, wah, wah.
And number two, I saw some people pointing out that I was supposed to draw Kratos. You remember that?
No.
Apparently, I had promised to draw Kratos. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I totally forgot. It's been a few months.
Life's full of disappointments.
Wow. Like I said, bad news. Meredith's back. All right. It's good to see everybody here. Amateur artists. Greg Gallo's here. Juan Cotes. Tom McCart's here. Lance DuBois is here. James Largess is here. Henry Jeremick is here. And by the way, Henry, okay, I'm afraid to move my camera. I don't know if you can barely see it in the corner behind me, or I guess in the background behind me, but I finally got my office finished. I rearranged everything. And when I was doing that, I pulled my computer. It pulled the cord for this camera here. Anyway, if I move it even slightly, the camera shuts off and it takes forever for me to get it back on.
We don't want that. Dude, why are you so red?
Okay, part of it is I've been in the sun too much. The other part of it is that because it's so dark back there compared to here, I put one of my lights over there. And so I'm darker here. I need to get into the light. Anyway, I'm going to start drawing. So I apologize, Henry, very, very much. I can't show the layout because it's just right here.
He's not burnt, just so everybody knows, because everybody's like, dude, why are you so red?
It's mostly that
it's lighting.
Yeah, look at that. The further I go, the redder I get.
Yeah, it's bad.
If I go in closer, I'm a little.
No, you're still red. I'm going to start putting makeup on you know what before the stream.
There's a way that you can. I'm going to start drawing. There's a way that you can adjust the white balance on a camera that people know how to do, and I don't. You
should probably learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Right around the same time you download the intro and outros for this stream.
Yuri had it finished for so long.
Yeah, I gave him a deadline of August. It's been done for a month.
It has been. And I'm
like
so excited to have it up. I thought, hey, we'll have something a little professional looking. It's great. And
it's only professional looking if the professional gets it up there.
In my defense, she didn't even remind me until she sat down like literally 4 minutes ago. So,
There's no defense. SCS Powerlifting in the house with a super chat for $5. SCS says, ready for all the drawing love. I know you guys missed that over the summer.
Thank you so much, SCS. SCS has been, coming by the stream throughout the summer, which I hate that hand.
I have not. I've not been coming by the stream.
You've been completely away from the whole thing.
I have. It's been
glorious. I mean,
you know what? Missed you. You missed me.
I had Eric, and Eric's with us in the chat tonight.
Moderator extraordinaire.
Yeah, and I'll be doing more streams with Eric. Actually, we're talking about one right now, so I'll have more stuff with Eric coming. But yeah, Eric was great this summer. I couldn't have done it without him. Trying to do a stream on my own, Meredith. It's hard.
Yeah, no. You don't know what you got until it's gone.
Yep.
Gaz has a super chat for $10 US. Gaz says, welcome back, Finches and the flock.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back. I mean, I haven't really gone too far. I haven't done a stream for a couple of weeks, though. So
I tried to get him to take a couple weeks off. He's not good at taking vacations.
I finally did. We did the last stream, and I wanted to do another one. And I'm normally this goes a little easier.
You're projecting a bit of a shadow over your drawing.
It's because I only have, you know what? Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
Can you fix this?
I can fix it. It just means that my background's going to look terrible, and I put so much time into getting it, but I'm going to fix it.
We're here for the art, not the background.
And I know, it's like a tiny little picture of the corner. I'm just
Look,
bring it over.
I just got to tell you people, honestly, if there wasn't something like this happening, it wouldn't be
on the floor.
It wouldn't be Monday Night Draw with Meredith and Dave.
My camera right on top of my art.
I want you to know you're never going to see me on the stream this year unless I intentionally. Oh my gosh, I'm blind.
Hold on.
It's right in my eyes. I need sunglasses.
That should be a lot
I'll be
better.
Corey Hart and wear my sunglasses at night.
All right, I'm gonna go on Amazon or whatever. I'll get another light. I need to do it. Am I drawing? I'm struggling.
Lord.
Actually, it's much brighter. I can see it better
Can
now.
you adjust that like so it's not quite shining right directly in my face?
Sure. There you go. I can't. I don't know what to do with it. Here, let me try and do this.
There, that's better.
Ugh,
That's better.
I don't know if I'm happy or upset, but it's better.
Well, I'm happy. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right. We're falling behind. Oh, what happened? There we go. All right. Oh, my mic is cutting in and out. Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. There we go. Dan Genevieve. Oh my gosh. Dan. Bad microphone. He's going to be ordering a mic on Amazon too. Dan Genovese has a super chat for $5. Dan says, "Hi, David, Meredith, and everyone. Welcome back." As my microphone cuts in and out.
Is it still cutting in and out?
Just you mind your own business. You mind your business.
Okay.
Mind your business.
So good
All right.
to have you back.
It is good to have me back. Tegmo Model Works says a super chat for $5. Good to hear your voice, Meredith. Hope you got at least half of all to get done. Maybe half. I feel like I got more than half. Maybe half.
I think you got a ton finished this summer. It's been a very, very busy summer.
Yeah, I did not waste my time.
No.
Did not waste my time. Greg L. Static Art has a super chat for $2. Greg says, "Welcome back."
Thank you very much, Greg.
Jimmy
Really
Reyes.
appreciate it. Hey, Jimmy's here.
Page One Comics. Wait, so this means the Meredith ban has been lifted? Okay, everybody who was banned last year is unbanned. But don't think
Clean slate.
you can be banned again.
Yeah.
Don't think it can't happen, Page One Comics. And I saw somebody ask if I got my t-shirt, and the answer is no.
If you got it because you ordered one?
No. Jimmy was supposed to send me a shirt. I
yeah.
did get shirts. Who did I get shirts from? Was
We
that
got
Kyle
shirts-
Higgins?
No.
No, who was it?
It was Tyler Kirkham.
Tyler Kirkman.
Now, I don't think you were here
Jimmy,
for that one.
I
so-
wasn't even here for that one, Jimmy. And yet Tyler sent me 2 extra small t-shirts.
And I got a shirt from that too. Yeah.
You know why?
Oh, that's another thing I forgot.
Tyler's
I wanted
the
to wear
boss.
my shirt from Tyler. It's from his new book that he's got coming out, which looks really amazing. I did a picture of Mass Vigilante, and I got a shirt with a big M that glows in the dark. Very, very cool. I'll wear it next week.
I'll be able to find you at night. Oh,
I still have to wear my my Dragon Raid shirt on the stream.
Nobody's wearing a Dragon Raid shirt until I get my Dragon Raid shirt. All right. JDSCT has a super chat for $10. Welcome back. Just wondering if you two are still planning to attend Fan Expo in October. And if so, you should talk to the powers that be and suggest a sketch duel with Jim Lee. That would be epic.
That would be. I've done a sketch duel with him before, which was a lot of fun. It's been a long time though. I think
I don't know that we're going to
8
Fan
years ago?
Expo.
Probably a long time ago.
Based on the way numbers I don't even know that Fan Expo is going to happen. They've already canceled Edmonton.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this before we go on to it.
Meredith's not going.
Fair enough, but I'll be going unless they explicitly say you can't go. Like I have every intention of going. I have no doubt that I'll be going.
He might drag me kicking and screaming. I don't know, but right now my plan is not to go. Because if somebody gets put in COVID-19 jail, it should be only one of us, not 2 of us.
She'll go.
We'll see. What week? When is it?
What week is it?
Yeah.
It's October.
Well,
You're asking me what week? I don't know.
you don't know.
I never know anything is, but that's really kind of your job. I think. I'm going to give him the big long ears.
Eric Robart says, Meredith Finch, days without banning incident, 0. It's true, as of right now.
I miss Eric already.
Yeah. You miss Eric running the stream?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Patches will be Lagan chases. How about Patches? Still making the nightly rounds? She was down here harassing us before the stream started, wondering why I was down here. And when she was going to get fed, which she had food in her bowl. Atomic Art wants to know if there'll be a chicken with an egg shirt. By the way, our chickens are laying eggs. 3 eggs every day.
They are, yeah.
3
And
eggs a day.
They're really good too.
They're tasty.
I hear the cat.
She's crying.
Doesn't happen when if it's just me down here, I'm fine.
No,
When you're
she
down
misses
here-
me. I know. I'm the center of the universe for all animals and people in this house.
Okay, so I got them basically sketched in. and he's standing on top of a thing that's going to go off the page. I'm just sketching light, I know, but it'll be ink in a second. I'm going to put him on top of like a chimney.
Jimmy's blaming Jazz Singh for the fact that I don't have my T-shirt.
Well, how is it Jazz Singh's fault?
Exactly. That's what I want to know. Poor Jazz.
Is that because Jazz not here? Is
Jazz, you
here?
should quit working for Jimmy and come work for us. It's all done.
You can't go and poach people, but if you're going to poach somebody,
I'm going to poach. Yeah. Nothing that happens on the stream is real.
until it is real.
Until it's real.
Right.
All
so
right.
You decide to change the rules.
Yeah. Waiter Shush has a super chat for $10. Call me Hater. I remember Hater from last year. Welcome, Hater. Hater says, welcome back. Picked up your tip on drawing the Bridgman entirely, but I get lost by the words guiding us. Did you refer to the words to make sense of it or just focus on the drawing?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're going to have to repeat that one.
Did you
Hello? Okay. Please tell me that worked.
Talk and I'll tell you if I can hear you through my computer.
Hello? Okay. Okay. Please tell me that worked.
Oh, here it is. Now we got sound.
Okay.
Talk and I'll tell you if I can. Wow.
Okay. Sorry.
That was, oh my gosh.
That's like probably the worst fiasco that we've had on the
Welcome
time
back to Monday Night with the Finches,
Uh,
where it is never dull.
So what happened is I got a new soundboard. I explained this a little bit ago. Anyway, and it's been cutting out. And then, so I thought we were back. It was muted. And then I thought we were back. And then it turned out it switched microphones. So yeah, we're back. I'm sorry. And thank you for sticking around. I said that before too, while we were still muted.
Yeah, we said a lot of things. We said so many things while we were muted. So first of all, Dan G, we saw your super chat. Dave's not going to New York Comic Con. Hater, Dave said, don't read the words, just draw the pictures.
Well, what I said was I really like Andrew Loomis for like the stuff that's written in the book. And I also said, I mean, Bridgman is or was outrageously talented and incredibly knowledgeable. And I mean, I can't hold a candle to it. So, I mean, I don't want to judge in that sense, but at the same time, when you're learning, you have to pick what works for you. And for me, I just found that I couldn't understand what he was talking about. So.
And honestly, I just thought when you guys were saying there was no sound that I was that far back in the chat. Because
yeah,
you know, I'm always back in the chat. So we're at Hater. We're back to another super chat from Hater. Call me Hater. No sound. I did not get to hear the response to my Bridgman question. We lost sound since you asked the question, Meredith. And then we got the answer to Hater's question. Thank you for the super chat. And then Jeff Hooten also super chatted us $5 saying, hello, hello, there's no audio in your stream. Thank you for the videos.
Hello, Jeff. And really, first of all, thank you for sticking around. And thank you for super chatting that we're messing up.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate, actually, because, the alternative is to say, see ya.
Tim Cook says, maybe it's the Joker up to no good. And Michael Greenhall says, is this mic on?
I can't believe it.
Death Metal Hero. I will say this. There's something very zen about watching Dave lay out the lines in complete silence. And Zentari says, yeah, he looks happy.
See, there you
go. It's all Jimmy's fault, just so everybody knows. Blame it on Page One Comics.
There you go.
It's Jimmy's fault. Jimmy's fault. We were not trolling you.
Jimmy has a book coming out that I'm going to draw a page for.
Not till I get my t-shirt, you're not.
Sure.
I'm
mentioning that now. You know why I'm mentioning it now? Because we're on a live stream, so there's not really much you can say.
Oh, I
told you upstairs.
Actually,
go,
what I did say was not till I get my t-shirt.
Oh, there you go.
And guess we all know who goes to FedEx. Do you know where FedEx is from here, David?
I do, but we don't really do FedEx for pages anymore.
No, I know. Michael Greenhall says, this is taking the muting of Meredith too far. Phil Finch, my lip reading skills have improved immensely. Oh, dear. All right, so where are we now? What's your next trick, Finches? Nick from Detroit.
Next trick?
Yeah. First we've muted.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you got to admit it. Stream's never dull, people. This is why you're here on Monday night. Tagamo Model Works has a super chat for $5. Wouldn't be Monday Night Draw without a technical difficulty. I missed this show. It's so true, Tag. So true.
It's not supposed to be that way.
Leg and Chase had a super chat, says Eric, that may have been read while muted. I'm going to have to go back and try to find it. Because I did read your super chat, Legan.
Eric is shaking his head right now.
Well, Eric, I don't know what to tell you. We can't all be a professional like you. Eric's too professional. This is a comedy here.
Why are you feeling defensive?
Yeah, it's not my fault.
I don't even know that Eric actually said that. I didn't think you were going to go and, attack
No,
him.
I'm attacking Eric. Shame, Eric. Shame.
For the thing that I made up that you said.
That's right. No, he did say that.
Right.
I made it up in my mind, so he said it. It must be true. If I think it happened, then it happened.
Right.
That's how it works. Again, I'm trying to find it. The problem is my chat disappears after a while. You know how that works?
I do. Not really, but
I'm missing it. Eric, somebody send me Legan's question chat thingamajinger again, and I'll reread it.
Hopefully, maybe you can ask it again.
Just highlight my name in orange, but don't abuse that privilege, or you will be banned. All right. I feel like there's more super chats that are happening. I'm so behind. I'm not used to reading this fast. Danny Brown has a super chat for $5. When were you ready to draw comics professionally? And what knowledge did you have when you said, okay, I'm ready? I
started really drawing seriously when I was 20, so fairly old. But I found that 20, now it depends. Like a lot of you are older than 20, or older than, I broke in when I was 22, and a lot of you are older than that. And I know professionals that have broken in, actually a lot have broken in, older than 22, but it was a common age because it's like there's a mental maturity for most people that kind of happens around that age where you kind of get it together enough now. And that's not always true too. I mean, Joe Mad was 16 working in the Marvel bullpen. Rob Liefeld was very young. There are a whole bunch of others. So, age is not a boundary for me. I was 20. I thought that I was ready when I was 20. I was a little delusional, and it's so easy to do that. It's a real risk. You work at home on your own. You don't really have anybody to look at your work except for your mom, who, loves you enough to lie to you, or especially loves you enough to, actually think that it's better than it is. And
who just wants you to get out of the house.
Just wanted me to get out of the house. And so, yeah, I went to my first convention. I learned a lot, especially about how much I didn't know. And by the time I finally got work, I was 22, but it was as an intern. I wasn't ready. I'm going to tell you, when I was flying down to San Diego, because I got my internship in San Diego for Mark Silvestri, I thought I was like top quality, like awesome. And the minute I showed up at the studio and saw other people working, it was a real shock. And I guess I'm lucky in the sense that at least I could see that they were so much better. There were artists that came in, because there were a lot of artists that didn't make it, and they really thought that they were just better than everybody else. And I mean, they weren't, say the least. And that's a real risk if you don't have an honest assessment about where you're at. It's very difficult to grow.
Apparently, I lost a few super chats. I missed one from Michael Johnson Curry.
Oh no!
I just sent him a text. Said, Michael, tell me what was your question? Well, I'm waiting for Michael to give me his question. Lindsay Schofield says, can you shout out to my kids also watching Jason Porter? So, hey, Jason Porter, thanks for watching this Monday night. Get your homework done and don't be like my kid and stay up late watching your iPad so that you fall asleep on your desk in the morning.
If we get a call from the teacher saying, what are you doing with your kid? And I'll tell you what
Why
happened.
Are you a bad parent?
Yeah. And what happened was Meredith, and this has been a problem. She falls asleep early.
I mean, we all know this is going to be up way past my bedtime tonight.
And it's my responsibility to make sure he goes to bed. Well, I get down here working, and in my defense, Meredith,
There's no defense.
I guess not. But yeah, anyway, I forgot last night. So who knows when he actually fell asleep finally. Totally my fault. Yeah. And I mean, the kid, love him to death. He's a great kid, but
heart of gold.
He takes after me, not the most self-control. Put it that way.
All right. Jason Moore writes, I was lucky enough to ink Kelley Jones after John B.D. left the industry. I started inking him on Batman, Haunted Gotham, and then the Crusades for Vertigo. but never got to ink his vampire Batman.
That is awesome. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming and watching. That's very, very cool. It would be, I'd love to be able to talk to Jason about what it was like working on Kelley Jones, what his pencils were like, because I really don't know. I know he did a lot of inking on his own, but his pencils had to be fairly tight too, because he worked with John Beatty and Jason Moore. So but thank you so much for coming.
So Michael Johnson Curry says, Meredith, I went to the Comics Con and got a positive feedback from a Top Cow editor. He wanted me to email him a PDF of my work. Any advice before I send the email?
Michael, email me, please.
And tell us who the editor was.
Yeah, tell me who the editor was. Show me what you're going to show him. Let's talk about it before you send it.
Yeah.
And by the way, congratulations. That's
great. That's right. Congratulations.
You can't do better than Top Cow, I think, because not only are they a great company that pay and are honorable and are good to their creators, but it's Mark Silvestri who is honorable and good to his creators and a wealth of information. So, okay, ready to start?
All right. Lagan says, I got his comment. He says, I was saying my comment wasn't a super chat, but you guys still saw it. People thought the silence meant they couldn't see any comments. But Mayor read mine. I was debunking. So there you go. Wait a second. Page One Comics. Jimmy Reyes says, thank goodness my mom doesn't care about hurting my feelings and always tells me my work needs improvement and says, you're no Jazz Singh. It's true. I said that to Dave all the time. You're no Jazz Singh.
Yeah.
Aspirations. Aspirations.
You know who I do get that a lot for? I get that with Jay Lee. Ask Meredith who her favorite comic artist is. He might be your favorite artist just anyway.
He's just my favorite person too. I just love him.
Come on. I mean,
I love you. You're my husband, but he's just a great guy. Guy, amazing artist. My favorite artist. Hands down. I love you, Dave. But yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Who would I ever want to work with in the comic book industry? Aspirations. Jay Lee.
Yeah, no kidding. We had dinner with Jay.
Stop. I'm
at his place, and actually at a restaurant by his place. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, we're having dinner with Jay Lee right now. It was awesome. I mean, he's a very. I
really wasn't thinking that.
Yeah, you don't care in the same way, and he's your favorite artist.
I know. I'm just hanging out with Jay, and having fun. Story by Osmosis has a super chat for $10. Hey, Dave and Meredith. Dave, your recent Walking Dead work has been amazing. This stupid mic. He didn't say that. How would you describe your growth and techniques you've had between Dark Knight and now with Walking Dead?
Thank you very much. I would say, okay, part of it is that I'm trying to take a little more time. A part of it is I've been inking myself, and while I've had the absolute privilege of working with incredible inkers who've made my work better, inking myself has also taught me a lot. So that has been another factor. I think that I would be able to carry that over to working with an inker, which I will do again because it needs some white out in that mouth. Doing all the inks too is very difficult, just time-wise. And the other thing is I really have been trying to be a student of the medium and learn and improve my weaknesses. And I find it's hard to do that only in the sense that you actually have to be dedicated to doing it. The actual act of doing it is not so hard. It's really just, finding influences, sketching, and taking the time to work on yourself. I don't sound like a self-help channel, but that's a big part of it. And I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Doing the things that make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And pushing through. I think of something that you're doing right now that you're going to be doing, but we're not going to talk about that because you yelled at me last night for it. Greg L. Static Art has a super chat for $2. Greg wants to know, How'd you draw the legs, especially on this pose?
Okay. So, you see that? Here's his hips. There's his belt, basically. And I just did a video on drawing female hips, but male hips work the same way. And I could draw this whole area like a bit of a bowl right up here. And then my hip bones come down like this. But really all I need to know is that the front of my leg starts here at the bottom of that bowl. And then you've got a bit of an extension down for your crotch. And so I'm going to start my leg here. And then what I'm doing is I'm just going to draw a tube. I'm going to draw it as a straight tube, which obviously won't look great right now, but that's kind of it, right? And then in order to make it really work, I need to draw the shape of the leg. And so my leg shape is basically, basically like, I mean, this is a quick drawing, but this is basically the shape of it. But when I foreshorten it, I really want to accentuate this and peak it. And I want to accentuate this and peak it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to really peak that out up here, give it some nice shape to the knee, and peak this. And when I say peak it, what I mean is when something's foreshortened, it looks much more dynamic. If I draw an arm and it's kind of soft and it's kind of coming toward me like this, it's all right. But if I really accentuate those shapes, it really gives it a lot more power. And this very much, there are a lot of artists that do this incredibly well. I really, really recommend looking at me with my completely garbage memory. He did Avengers. Carlos Pacheco. Look at Carlos Pacheco. He does that incredibly well. So I peaked it out up here. I've got this muscle here. That's this one. And I round those around like this. And so this muscle connects up here. I've got my center muscle here. And that's the muscle shapes. Now, I don't really finish those in. I recommend that you do it. I don't finish it in because it doesn't look great. And then my lower leg is going to connect just in like this. And I'm going to erase those shapes because as much as you need them to really know where everything goes, what you really need, I have a plane change here. So this is going to get dark here. This is going to get dark here. And so I want that knee to be dark. Now, I haven't done this yet, but I will in just a minute. Underside of that muscle. All under the underside of the leg here. And that's basically really all that, and this will all be dark because it's kind of tucked underneath. But for a really quick sketch, yeah, that's how I go about that. And that's why I end up with that kind of a shape. I really want to really accentuate that foreshortened kind of peak in the leg. All right.
Thank you, David.
Brush.
Next super chat comes from Kevin Mandevil for $9.99. Kevin says, first, welcome back, Meredith, because I know you guys miss me. Second, Dave, have you had any time with how busy you've been to make any progress on your create your own project? And happy Monday night draw, everyone.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Good to see you here.
I don't know if that's how he intended it to be read, but
that's how it got read.
That's how I read it.
Right. I have made progress. Yeah, absolutely. I've been trucking along probably is an exaggeration. I've been working along on it. I just finished a page today. It took me 4 days.
But that's what you get when you're drawing everything quadruple sized.
Well, anyway, yeah, and it took me 4 days and I did nothing else. Like I hid in the basement and just tried to get it done. I've got some more weed whacking to do outside that I've been putting off. By the time I get everything weed whacked, I'm going to have to cut the grass again. Bananas. But
well,
yeah,
pretty soon
it'll be winter. And then I'm going to be trimming all the trees.
Winter is coming. And then it will snow. But we live in Windsor, so it might snow 10 times.
Right.
So you'll be fine. JDSCT has a super chat for $5. Monday night finally feels complete again. This is great.
Thank you so much, JDS. Especially with no sound for like, half the stream.
Yeah. Not half the stream, 5 minutes, 7 tops. By the way, Fan Expo is October 22nd to the 24th. So.
You said that, but I think, our sound was down. Yes. And I will absolutely be there. The only thing that'll stop me from being there is I can't because, we're just not allowed to. And obviously at that point,
they're shutting us down again.
Yeah. The show would be basically if the show isn't on, then I won't be able to go, obviously. But barring that, I'll certainly be there. I'm going to do everything I can to get Meredith to go too, because it would be just nice to have you there. But either way, I will certainly be there.
It would be nice to go out for dinner.
Yeah, that's why I think I can talk you into it.
Somewhere different.
It's only been the last few weeks that we've gone anywhere, really. We spent the better part of a year not even going to a restaurant.
Yeah, but we get takeout.
That's true.
Pretty much from all the restaurants that we eat at. So
yeah, it's not
the only difference is
I can a plastic container.
I can eat it in my pajamas. It's better. I could be filthy dirty from the barn, covered in horsehair and dust. Oh, the dust. But then I can just eat and I don't have to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
My standards have slipped this summer. I don't even know if I know how to get put together. I have to research it for the next convention.
Yeah.
The next time I appear on camera, that will be never. Oh, I never say never. I really have a song in my head right now. The Live and Let Die song.
Right. By Wings? Is that right?
I can't remember.
It's Paul McCartney's band.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, reading. Oh, no.
By the way,
it begins already. 8:40. Yeah, it's past my bedtime.
8:40. Oh, man, time's flying. I got a new brush. I don't know if you noticed, but my old one was so trashed. I finally got a new one, so there's no hairs sticking off of it.
That's disappointing.
So for all of you that's really upsetting for, there you go.
The little hairs, the
Ethan
micro.
Van Sciver came by in the summer.
And he was complaining about the hairs.
Complaining about the hairs on the brush.
You should, next time he comes
There you go,
by,
Ethan.
Next time he comes by, use that brush just to, just to irritate everybody. That's the kind of, truthfully though, that's not the kind of thing Dave would do. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? It's not the kind of thing. I hate this microphone.
Is it? Cut it.
I hate this microphone.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, believe me, I wish it just worked.
Me too. Anyway, that's not the kind of thing you would do. It is totally the kind of thing I would do.
Yeah.
Oh, does this bother you? Let me do it more. That's totally Meredith style right there.
I'm going to have to get a new soundboard.
I don't pretend to be a good person.
Because it's not the microphone. It's this thing.
No, it is a microphone because when I adjust it at the base of the microphone, then it goes back on.
Really?
Yeah. Chris Lavoie has a super chat for $5. Chris says, glad you're back, Mayor. Dave, the lighting on some of the Walking Dead pieces are really inspiring. I can't wait to borrow it.
Thank you very, very much.
You're so talented.
I swear I know that name. Chris Lavoie.
Yeah,
I'm sure. And you know how my memory is, so I apologize, Chris.
He's going to be, as long as he can draw pictures, I'll keep wiping his chin.
Yeah.
Jesus Miguel has a super chat for $5. Hi, Dave and Meredith. Just wanted to say hi and that I loved your covers for Savage Avengers, Dave.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know what? Getting the chance to draw not only Conan, but Conan with Batman and the Punisher. And, I could not say no.
Jimmy's angling to be the first person banned.
What did Jimmy do?
Teasing me about singing.
Of course.
I'll just start making up my own songs.
Oh, perfect.
That is the best.
Yeah.
And then RLJ3 Art says it might be a broken cable on the microphone.
Yeah,
it might be, but that doesn't explain the soundboard.
Right, and this is not the first time it's happened.
Falling apart.
Now,
Dave?
So Eric and I draw together all the time.
Eric broke it.
Yes. And it's cut out more than once while we were just drawing, but not really on the stream. So yeah, it's a problem that I mean, I want to say, oh, I had no idea. I kind of had an idea. So, but I mean, that thing costs like, $800.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of super chats. Come on. No, Common Animations has a super chat for $2. Who's your favorite DC character? Wonder Woman.
Batman, but you know what? Lobo. So, and I know for me right now it's Lobo just because I haven't really had the chance to do too much with him. But I mean, strictly speaking, it's Batman really.
So, Dave, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's that strange little can sitting on your desk for?
Oh, you know what? Johnny Desjardins, who we did a stream over the summer. He did it's this, by the way, in case you're curious.
Well, show it from the side. Like it's a weird, like it's got a little snap-on lid.
Yeah, it's got a clasp.
I'm like, I know it didn't come in the house through me.
Okay,
and so
it's for oil painting, and I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's Johnny's. He left it here, and I thought, well, I'll see him again, and I'll just give it back to him. And time flies, and I haven't seen him, and I still have his stuff.
we're keeping it now. We're keeping it now. Dave, what kind of faces do you make when I'm talking?
I don't.
Because Michael Green Hall says, I love Dave's facial expressions when Meredith is talking.
Michael, I have to live in the same house. Don't do this to me, man.
Don't worry.
It's between us.
I'm going to set up a little mirror. You guys should see Dave's office. Like you would not believe from what it was when we left in June to what it is now. It's fully enclosed. It's got a ceiling. It's got paint on the walls. It's even got a floor I'm going to give you got 95% of the floor done.
Yeah.
And you petered out at the last 5%.
Well, yeah, I did. I was totally wiped out, and I thought, well, I'll finish the last little bit. It's way over in the corner. I'll finish it later. I knew even when I said that.
Later is never.
Well, yeah. I mean, the problem is that whenever I'm doing this stuff, and it's fun to do it, I got work to do, and I'm always behind. So yeah, 5%.
Got to get done.
It does, because
make it a Saturday job. Daniel Legy.
Did you say make it a Saturday job as if I don't work on Saturday?
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you could say make it a Sunday job as if I don't work on. I mean, I work every day.
I'm just trying to read the super chats, dude.
Right,
Quit complaining about your life.
Go ahead.
Can you give me a shout out to all the Mr. Legy's Oh, sorry. Let me try this again. Can you give a shout out to all of Mr. Leggy's? I know I'm butchering your last name. I'm so sorry. But Santa Fe drawing students, we love you.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you so much to all the Santa Fe drawing students.
Liegey. Liegey. I'm sorry. Sometimes it just isn't happening for me.
I'm going to say that would be close enough.
Liegey.
He would know that you mean him, but he would also probably be
He's probably
offended.
Cringing right now.
Yes, guaranteed.
He's like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Marybeth.
I know.
Marybeth Finch.
Mary Beth.
Yeah. There you go.
Little Dith.
Little Dith. That's what my cousin calls me, her and her husband from Calgary, who I did not go to Calgary with Dave, so I didn't get to see them.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through the chat. Kenny Wang says, Dave, you should guest in one of those Proco challenges like Ryan Benjamin did.
Well, I did a live stream with Proco.
And he's got a course. Is that out? Not yet.
Yes. Oh, no, it's out.
It's out. There's a course. You can buy a Dave Finch course on Proco.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, it is out. It's not completely out. Like it's coming out in parts. So, but it's out.
It's coming.
I keep leaving that, like that little area. He's got his underwear basically. And then
underwear under there.
Right. Anyway.
Wait.
I'll just wait for whatever sound because I have no idea.
That was my laugh track because I was so funny. So you were saying?
Nothing.
Stephen Hood, that's what I thought. Stephen Hood has a super chat for $5. Stephen says, welcome back. Nursing my second broken wrist in 2 years.
How?
Drawing hand this time. Any stories about filling in for somebody at the last minute? Thanks.
Yes. Okay.
Stephen, whatever you're doing to break your wrist, stop.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Especially a drawing hand. The one that really pops into my head, covering for somebody, when I first started at Top Cow, I didn't get hired as a background artist. I got hired as an intern, which I don't know if that's better or worse, but anyway, that's what I got hired as. And Mark had hired somebody as a background artist to help with Cyberforce. And when they came, they had a deadline for another book that they had to finish. They were late. And so the whole time that the book was on deadline and needed to get done, he was working on another book at the studio. So yeah, we all had to fill in. So I did 2. That was my first credit, actually. Cyberforce number 6. I did 2 pages of backgrounds. And I got my first credit because, yeah, he was just behind on something else. I mean, this is the nature of the business. Like, I don't mean to judge. You know, I'm late all the time. But yes, that was my first time.
All right, Michael, I keep asking Michael's questions tonight. Michael Greenhow wants to know if you can please add a Borg drone to your Monday night draw to-do list. But I just really asked that question because he brought up Borgs, which means that I can segue into talking about Star Trek and Deep Space Nine. And how long did it take you to realize that the Bajorans say their last name first?
I still don't know that.
That's what I thought. They do.
Okay.
Kira Nerys, but then her real name is Nerys.
Oh.
And her dad's name is Kira somebody.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. And we're on season 6.
Because we're on season 6 of Deep Space Nine.
I'm going to shadow under his arm here.
And Jason Jones wants to know, what did you end up naming your farm?
Finch Farms.
We really don't have a name. We didn't come up with a name. It's going to end up being the Finch family farm, I think. But we're not going to put up a sign. Finch Farm. I don't know. We haven't come up with anything. I haven't decided.
We need an Italian name. That's the problem.
Italian name? What are you talking about? Neither of us are Italian.
But I'm saying if we had an Italian name, it would be easy to come up with a name for the farm because Italian names just sound better.
Oh, if we were Italian.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
We could have a Genovese Farms.
Sounds good, right?
It does. Or Genovese Estate, whatever.
Anyway, whatever it is, Italian names sound better.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we have Finch. Garou. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Garouis. Garou. You'd think I would be able to say that having been in school for French. Has a super chat for $20. Shout out from Calgary, Dave. It was great to meet you when you were here for the expo. Thank you for all the videos that you do.
Well, thank you. Yeah, my pleasure. And great to meet you. Thanks for coming by and saying that you saw me in Calgary. This is my first time doing the stream when I've actually gotten to meet somebody at a show while I've been doing the stream. So it's very cool.
Rafael Lurerio. Oh my gosh. I quit now. I can't do names tonight. Hi, Dave and Meredith. We met in Germany at 2019 Comic-Con. You guys reviewed my portfolio and were so very sweet, even if we can't say your last name, Rafael. You guys are awesome and deserve all the best things in the world.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rafael.
That's very nice. And, you know, that's already, well, 2 years ago. I mean, yep. Trying to do the math in my head like a moron.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
Nick from Detroit says, it's not the same without Meredith trying to hide in the couch in the background. It's true. You can't see me now. There's no can you see me now?
Yeah, no, there's not. Yeah, you're totally
because Dave totally made it possible that I could sit on the couch. I could stand up right now.
Basically, am I pointing the right way?
Yep.
Yes. Right. Well, you can't see because
I'm waving my hand and you can't even see my hand. It's
so the sound isn't working, but at least I got you set up.
I can be all like
incognito.
Yep. Hiding Hiding on the couch. All right. We have a super chat. Hold on. Missing out on super chats. From Black Tiger 001. Black Tiger's back for $2. Learn the Bjorn thing from Ensign Rowe on The Next Generation. I just learned it from observation when Kira, they did a whole thing on Kira's family, and her mom was like Kira Maru and Kira so-and-so. And I'm like, oh,
so
hey, look at that.
Not my fault because you keep watching episodes while I'm not there.
Yeah, and I didn't pay enough attention to Ensign Rowe on The Next Generation. She kind of was.
Am I off that? No, I'm kind of still on.
I know who she was, but Page One Comics votes for Ravioli Farm.
Perfect. See?
Sans Peed Farm, Honest Badler. Finch Farm says Ross Klein, I like it. It alliterates.
See, there you go.
Navy Shark has a super chat for $50. Thank you so much, Navy Sharks. Navy Shark says, hey, Finch Flock, a new season of Monday Night Draw. Let's do this.
Thank you so much. All the way around. Thank you. Really appreciated.
And don't you worry, Henry Jeremick. I see the countdown. We will do the book of the week at 9:00.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yep, it's coming.
It's coming. I have not forgotten. And of the 446 people watching, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I only see 402 likes. So what are the other 44 people doing? Hit that button. Smash that like button. I normally do it before the book of the week, but why not do it? Or after the book of the week, but why not do it now?
Right.
It's the first night. You got to hit like. Oh, here we go. Tom Teacher says, Fringello is Finch in Italian.
Perfect.
Fringello.
See?
Fringello Farms.
Sounds
It does sound better. I'm not
does.
going to lie. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm going to have to find some Italian friends to tell me if I said that correctly. I'm not going to make Finch wine. Art 9 says Meredith Finch is going to make Finch wine. Unless you can make it out of horse poop. We do have a lot of that. Although I got the greatest contraption this summer. It's like a little baby manure spreader. So I just fill it up. It takes me 3 days to fill it. And then we just spread it on the dirt. And that's literally the only place grass is growing.
We planted grass so we have grass in the front now.
Yeah.
That we planted, early in the spring, but we planted grass in the back.
Like a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And it's only coming up.
You can see where the manure kind of got spread because there's also a little bit of hay in there. And so it's like tracks. And in those tracks, we have grass coming up. And outside those tracks, nothing. It's bare earth.
And that, my friends, is why they spread straw on the side of highways, because it makes the grass grow.
I thought it was in manure.
The straw and the manure help keep the ground moist longer so that the grass seed germinates.
Turn into
and it doesn't dry out.
All right.
And it doesn't dry out. There you go.
This is where this gets tough. So right now, I've got kind of his leg here. I don't want to lose it. I probably could. But then I'm probably going to end up losing it, and I think it'll be fine. I always fight with that when I'm just going to block in a whole bunch of things, like completely dark. If I block in too much, it can get confusing. And I always feel like it's a real crutch. I do it, but it's not ideal to have to go in with white and try and define something that you've lost in shadow. To me, that's a fail.
Sven Jensen has a super chat for $5.
Sven Jensen.
Welcome back, Sven. For a while. Sven says, yay, second season of the Finches. Welcome back, Meredith and Dave. There's something strangely soothing about watching you guys on Monday nights.
Well, thank you.
So nice.
Yeah.
So good to have everybody back. See all these friendly faces. Greg L. Static Art has a super chat for $5. I mean faces, but names, but you know what I mean. Yes. Screen names. Sorry, Greg says. One more. How do you draw these hands? Especially connected to the arms, especially drawing the fingers. Also, can't tag you, Meredith. I don't know what that means. Can't tag me.
I don't know.
I don't know. But I don't know what that means. But how do you do it, Dave?
Okay.
How do you do it? Oh, you got 2 minutes.
Okay. So I'm going to draw these ones over here. So I've got this arm coming down here, and it connects like a bit of a flattened tube. So that would be like if you're looking directly, you know, like this would be the bottom. It's like a flattened tube, the wrist. And then the actual hand, I want to kind of angle it down from here. So from the side, it's like this. And then there's the actual flat of the hand. So it connects up like that. And so I get that shape right there. And also you've got a pretty good bone right here in your arm. So that's that right there. That's going to be my kind of triangle for my thumb. And then the fingers take a bit of a round like this. And then what I really like to do, I've got a shape coming down, or my arm is coming down like this. The back of the hand curves inward like that. And so I want the fingers actually to kind of continue that curve, and really it gives it more power than if I just have it hanging lax. And so I'm going to draw another one here, do the same thing. I really want to accentuate it from the palm. And you can see I don't have enough room for my other finger. That actually happened to me here too. So I want to say, oh yeah, no, that wouldn't. Yeah, no, I do that a lot. And then for my thumb, I've got this knuckle here. And I want to bring this one up and then bring this down. And I really want to, so all of my fingers, the knuckle side, that would be the top, has a real hard shape that peaks at the knuckles. And then the underside is a much softer curve. And it gives you a finger that looks pretty good pretty easily. And so that's kind of what I'm doing here. So a simple curve here goes up like that there.
Dave, I'm interrupting you now.
I have a whole other hand.
We've all missed this music this summer.
We'll do the other hand in a minute.
I've missed that music this summer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you had to know this was coming. So this is Batman and Dracula, Red Rain by Doug Moench. I think I'm okay. Anyway, whatever. And Kelley Jones. Apologies, Doug Moench. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I shouldn't say whatever when I'm mispronouncing somebody's name.
It really seems to be the theme of the night.
I know it is. It's been that way all summer too. So Kelley Jones is one of my absolute favorite artists. And a lot of my Batman stuff comes from this. And you can see he's very influenced by, I'm going to move on a little bit. He's very influenced by Bernie Wrightson, and you can really see it everywhere. There are also places where, like this face here, looks like it's got some photo reference, but he uses it beautifully. Like I can see that there's some reference in there, but it very much works in his style, and it's not distracting, which it can be. But really, I love that face. It has so much character. It just, there are faces throughout here, and just the lighting. Another influence that I think is really strong for him is Michael Golden, and I feel like I can really see that in this face and some of the other ones. But this is my favorite stuff from him. That is an absolutely incredible looking figure, and I mean the hands look amazing. This Batman is absolutely incredible. It's a lot of control too, because he's gone very light with this top part here, so it really pushes forward from the dark behind it. That's something that I really have a hard time with. Is I know that I would have ended up going dark on a lot of this, and that whole shape language that he used there kind of would have got lost. But also, I don't know of another artist that is better for the kind of like these sorts of folds. That stuff is incredible. And I mean, this book, full of it, like all the way through, and it's a good long book. All of these sorts of folds I learned in so much as I've learned them from Kelley Jones. I love the way that he does his hands, just the poses, and he crosses things over in a cool way. I copied part of this picture. This would have been back in 98, maybe 97, 98. I did a Batman Darkness. I did like half the book, and my Batman from that, I got a lot from Kelley Jones. I actually kind of came away from Kelley Jones a little bit when I was doing my actual Batman book, which I regret, because there are incredible things like this that I didn't really experiment with as much as I'd like. But I'm all through the book. I mean, look at the folds here. It's really amazing. Like he's bent over here. He's got the cape all draped around him. That right there is amazing. I mean, it's just it's a static shot of Batman, and all the movement is the cape. It's really, I don't know of another artist that does it like this. I think that is such an incredible shot. And I mean, you can see the proportions are crazy. I mean, his feet really should be way up here somewhere, but it doesn't matter. You know, it's got so much attitude. And it's, just page after page. But what I want to really especially do, and I'm kind of, oh, look at this one. This is one of my favorites. And, you know, part of me thinks, oh, I should have just, see, when I'm doing my own Batman here, I really want to make sure to show his body so you see all the anatomy and all that, but you don't need it. Look at how amazing that looks. And it's just cape with hands that are really expressive. And I don't want to say, you know, copied those hands, but certainly copied the feel of that a lot of times. And yeah, this is the kind of thing I was really looking at when I wanted to do Batman. And then for whatever reason, I kind of came away from it and I really regret it. But this one I wanted to show you especially. This panel right here, and part of me feels like I shouldn't be showing you guys this, but probably the most successful picture of Batman that I've done in terms of, you know, being on merchandise and that kind of thing, it is Batman 700. It's one of the first pictures I did of Batman. And I was really worried when I did it because I had the cape kind of coming right over and flopping in front, and it was covering up a lot of his body. And I was afraid that it was going to be a bit of an issue and that editorial would be upset and it wouldn't do that well. And I think that's why I didn't do it. But why I didn't do it in general. But yeah, that was a cover that did really, really well for me. And that cape is so much from here. It's really, I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be fair to say that I swiped it, but you know, it's pretty heavily influenced. So yeah, there's that one there. That is such an incredible shot. I mean, that hand is incredible. Hopefully you guys can kind of see that on the screen there. And yeah, I love this. And it's just really simple use of light and dark, you know, so it's very light here and he left it totally open, dark here. It's just simple graphic shapes. And I love that he uses really simple graphic shapes like here also. And then he'll go in the next panel and do something that's much more detailed with all the kind of, you know, folds and detail. And it's just a real range. A lot of very cool zombies too. My favorite book actually from Kelley Jones is his Dead Man. I think I did that actually as a book of the week quite a while ago. And when I see this, it always reminds me of Dead Man. I think this is an earlier book. I'm not sure, so don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that is an absolutely amazing shot. And you could say that, you know, the proportions are a little crazy and, you know, whatever, but it is so amazing. The zombies look amazing. Look at those hands. Those are incredible. That is one of my favorite shots of Batman that he's done. I love how he's got the cape all wrapped around his arm. I've never tried it. Like some things that I love that he does, I've just never really had the guts to try. And I really should. And I mean, look at the back. This is bananas. I love this shot too.
All right.
I'm just going to do this for the rest of the. I'm just going to go through this book saying I love this shot.
I'm putting the music back on.
By the way, I just want to point out that I'm only like, you know, I'm nowhere near halfway through the book. And
I did put the music back on.
I don't care, and it doesn't get worse. It's like this good all the way through.
I'm slowly increasing the volume of the music now.
Look at that one. Look at that.
We're seven.
All right, I'm going to stop.
We're 7 minutes in.
Batman and Dracula by Kelley Jones. Yeah, phenomenal book. I recommend it. Oh wait, my hand. So I'm going to do the other one really quickly here. And so
you didn't give me time to play the outro. There's an intro and outro. I got to get my beat in.
Sorry.
I was actually had a great crescendo there when you put the book away and then you started talking.
You know,
like
I can't hear it.
Well, you need headphones. How come I got to wear the uncomfortable headphones?
It's your choice, man. Okay, so
I got to hear my beats.
Okay, so I've got the shape of my wrist here. This is my arm coming back, and then I've got the hand arcing down the same way that I did here, so it would come up like this, and then the hand arcs like that, and then if you look at the fingers, I did the same thing. So they're kind of coming toward me. So I wanted to continue that shape. And then my next finger is kind of pointing more at me. So there it is. And then these fingers, when you can't really see anyway, when you curl your hand in that way, your first two fingers sit much higher. So the other ones are going to rest a lot lower. And so they go like this. My thumb I've got coming out here, and I wanted to still give it a good shape. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really recommend, Kelley Jones, that book right there. There are some incredible hands in it. Those are worth giving a shot to. And just, do these kinds of sketches of hands from different books, and you really get a feel for it.
All right. Awesome. Kevin Mandel had a super chat for $9.99. Kevin's super chat was come for the art, stay for the lessons on horse manure. Monday Night Draw is so informative.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it.
I'm happy to tell you all the things I'll discover over the next little while of how to get rid of my horse manure. Somebody else suggested composting it, and composting is great, except you have to have a humongous manure pile to compost, and it'll compost is just as well if I spread it on my lawn. Michael Johnson Curry has a super chat for $5. Michael says, I sent an email to the DFinch email. Thank you so much for your help. I was hoping to meet you guys in Dallas, but you guys are a blessing. Thank you. Next year, Michael.
Yeah, next year. And
Dallas has got too many good restaurants for me to not go next year.
It does. Yeah.
I mean, I want to meet people too, but mostly, I'm sorry, it's just about the food. It's all about the food.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're going to send, and giving you a little bit of feedback, and fingers crossed. I really hope it works out. It's a great place to work.
We like Top Cow.
Yes.
All right, Patches is here. She was here. She keeps coming down and bugging me. Every time I put the microphone in front of her face, though, she gets like.
Oh, you're
shy.
trying to get a meow?
Yeah, like a full-on in the mic meow. And then Spark Owl, if you're going to cough, please leave the room. Spark Owl, you leave the room. Spark Owl, are you trying to get banned? Apparently, you don't know that the cough is part of the stream.
Yeah,
you
not
would
on
miss
purpose.
it. You would miss it if it wasn't here.
That's
how you know it's authentic Meredith.
That's
how you know.
I don't know.
You would miss. I wouldn't miss the cough. I wouldn't. It's better. It's not bad tonight though.
No, you haven't really been. For some reason, my brush is putting out a lot of ink.
It's because you don't have the random stray hairs.
Yeah, to dry it
to
out.
dry it out. Margarito Flores Garcia has a super chat for 129 Mexican pesos, I believe. Hi, Dave. George Bridgman rules. Wow.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And I do hope when I say that I can't get anything out of the words, I get everything out of the pictures. I don't mean it as I certainly don't mean it as an insult. And I'm sure there's a lot of valuable things in the words. I'm just saying, for me, I couldn't understand it, and that could just be me.
He's got some learning disabilities.
Apparently,
he could draw pretty pictures, though. He just can't understand the words.
I can read a script.
Nah, that's all that matters.
See.
Ross Klein says, burn the poop and spread the ashes on your garden. Ross, I don't think you understand just how much poop one horse produces in a day.
In a day, all at once.
At one time.
And they just stand there. They don't
20
react.
pounds of poop.
They're
20 to 30 pounds of poop at a time.
Everything seems fine, and then the tail lifts up, and boom.
They can knock you out.
Why we have horses?
Because they have the best noses. They're so soft. Stevie comes up and gives me kisses. Oh, he's so cute. He hangs out with me in the morning. I love my horses. Maybe more than my children. That's not true. They do give me less sass, though.
Yeah.
Wayne Blackman. Wayne, good to see you tonight. Wayne has a super chat for $5. Hello, Finch family. I'm so happy to be back with the flock. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne.
That was a very energetic super chat, Wayne. I really appreciate
it. It was. You know what? And I just want to put it out there now. If you're not already a member of the Finch Flock Facebook group, be sure to join, because Meredith runs that. And there's lots of good art feedback sharing challenges, whatchamacallit. We're going to keep it going. And I will post stuff there because Dave's not the greatest poster as things come up. It might be better than the Discord.
Yeah, because
I actually look at it every day.
Right. Okay.
So join the flock on Facebook.
All right, we're coming along.
All right. Now Spark Owl is trying to get back in my good books with a little red heart. I'm just messing with you, JK. Yeah. Nick from Detroit. Ban him.
Don't worry about it, Spark.
Oh, Sparky.
She only talks big game.
That's true. Oh, Meredith. Meredith.
Are you scolding yourself?
Can you please ask? No, Art 9 is saying Meredith Finch. Meredith, can you please ask Dave if he would consider zooming in? Please.
Yeah.
And
Find my mouse.
who couldn't tag me? Greg L, I think, couldn't tag me, but somebody else can tag me. So I am logged in under my YouTube profile. So just don't abuse the tag.
Now I just need to keep looking up to make sure that I'm not off the screen. I don't mean that like a complaint. I just mean I'll try and be careful.
I'm not paying attention to you, so.
I wasn't talking to you, man.
You're talking to me all night. You've been so glad you were like all day. Oh, I'm so happy you're going to be back on the stream.
I never said that
I
once.
can't wait. It's such a relief to have you back. You can read all my questions for me. Don't just kidding, Eric. He really loves you. He's like, I'm gonna miss Eric. That the truth was, I'm gonna miss Eric.
I'm not gonna miss Eric because we're gonna keep doing it.
I know you're gonna keep hanging out with Eric.
Yeah, but we're still gonna keep doing.
No,
we will.
No.
Not all the time. Like not every week, but
you
still
can't.
gonna be doing it.
Oh, Ross Klein says, yeah, he had to clean stalls as a kid. He knows. You get some muscles cleaning horse poop.
Beating with his lips. Once you shadow it, it's a real headache to fix it. And so I'm like, how much do I want? I'm not sure. I think that looks all right. This is how I end up with artwork that just ends up looking like a mess.
What are you doing? I can't. Why is there like this big blob in front of what you're doing?
Big blob.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You just have two screens open. That's why. It's going to be a record if I make it through the first episode without banning somebody tonight.
What are you thinking about banning someone right now? Is that
Well, Death Metal Hero Meredith just itching to break out the ban hammer. It's true.
There you go. Yeah.
Just give me an excuse, people. Just give me an excuse. It's past my bedtime.
You can't give some people power. That's really what it comes down to.
Really what it comes down to. I am absolutely the type to abuse it. Absolutely.
Although,
the farther every minute that ticks past my bedtime, the more like crazy I get.
Yeah. Jimmy, I'm just going to say, has been banned at least 6 times.
600. He's like got a lifetime ban. What is he doing in the stream tonight?
It's because you still want your shirt.
It's because I still want my t-shirt. You want that page, Jimmy? You better send me a t-shirt. RLJ3 Art has a super chat for $5. What do you think of Frankenstein Alive that Kelley Jones finished for Bernie after he died? And thanks for all the great tips. Did you ever see Frankenstein Alive?
No. Okay, I really hate to admit that I'm not aware of it, and I'm going to look.
He's putting it on his list.
So I'm a huge fan, but this is a problem. You get old and you have the books that you look at and you forget to keep looking for new stuff. And, I need to find it. I'm a huge fan of everything he's done. So
Jenny F says your proco on rendering and hatching was super great, but it's nice to have the zoom in on this part to appreciate all the details.
Well, thank you for both. Thank you.
Oh, Jason Hansen asked the question, Dave, are you ever going to release an art book with all these sketches Would love to buy a book dedicated to the lessons you give, which somebody else asked about the season 1 book. And it is in the Kickstarter process. Like, it's been put together. There's a cover. Like, we know what the book looks like. When is Jason releasing the Kickstarter?
I have to do a painting of my character.
It's Dave's fault.
Yes, and it is. Now, I mean, in my defense, I'm busy, but I'm going to be doing a painting coming up.
This weekend?
Oh, I told him it would be. Actually, I think I told him it would be this week. So I'm going to have to actually just sit down and do it. The problem is, I could say
so that we can have it as a
week.
perk.
Right.
The print of the painting as a perk.
It's going to be a clay
printed painting perk,
which just means print, as far as I know.
It's just like a fancy paper.
Fancy name for print.
It's a fancy paper print. A pretty paper print. So there you go. So it's so close. Like, I anticipate that we will be announcing that Kickstarter sometime in the next 2 weeks or a month. But if you want to be the first to know, then you should probably be part of the Finch Vlog page.
Yeah, and the reason, by the way, that I have to do a cover for it, well, I could just use a cover, like a picture from like one of these, but the problem is that I can't put something copyrighted on the cover. So
the cover's already done. It's just a G-clay.
Or actually,
it's just a perk.
The cover actually is my own character too.
Yeah, the cover's your own character blight too, but it's just a perk.
Right.
That's all he wants it for, as another way of offering.
It's a perk. But anyway, I need to finish it, so that's I'm going to do it this week. I gave him a crazy long arm. Hopefully, it doesn't look weird. All right.
The title is Frankenstein Alive.
Frankenstein Alive. All right. Yeah, I will definitely find it.
Check it out.
I know Eric's looking for it right now.
All right.
Eric's going to end up with it before I can get it.
Yeah, he will.
I can't let that happen.
Henry Jermick says, Meredith, can you please add a character to the list? Old school Shanghai.
That's a character?
I don't know.
I apologize, Henry. I'm not familiar. I'll have to look into it. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you request a character, I want to do that character. You've been here since the beginning. So, I will find a way, but I'm going to have to look into it.
Dave. Carlos Perez wants to know. Oh, no, sorry. Where's the painting stream? Oh, it was Barbarian. Dave, do you have any idea when the next painting stream will happen?
Okay, so here's the thing about painting.
And that was Carlos Perez one, the same question. When you can make another painting, the one that you've been doing with Eric? When are you doing another painting stream?
I am learning how to paint right now. I wish I could speak in a complete sentence. I had Dan DeSantos on over the summer. You can find that stream if you look back for it. And he had some really incredible advice. And I'm taking his class, and it's just 9 students. And so I'm sure he'll have it open again at some point. But anyway, I'm on to week 3 of his class. That's another thing I need to do this week, is my layouts for week 3. And I'm really kind of learning a lot doing that. And so I've been in a bit of a I love just painting characters. I really want to learn how to paint, full scenes and really make all my colors and tones and all that kind of stuff work. And anyway, so I've been doing that. And it's been really great so far. I learned a lot so far. I had my ego bruised a little bit, which is, hard, but it's so good for you to do that. And it's been a little bit for me, like generally speaking, I'll turn in a cover to an editor, and I'm sure there are times I don't like it, but they just say, oh yeah, thank you. And no one ever says, oh, that sucks. And Dan didn't say, oh, that sucks, but he definitely had some really good advice on how to try some different things and things that I just don't do. And also ways of thinking about, and we're working on layout right now, ways of thinking about a picture that are just really foreign for me. And I was a little resistant, but I'm really excited to try it because, that's how you grow. So anyway, that's a long answer for, we just need to do a painting stream. I think I'm so sensitive about the fact that I keep trying to learn things. I feel so deeply unqualified to do a painting stream, you know? So, I mean, if you guys are willing to, you know, watch us paint with the understanding that we don't know what the heck we're doing, then yeah, I'm happy to do it. How about that?
Pretty sure they've been doing that all summer.
Yes, we have.
All right. Steve King has a super chat for $10. Steve says, happy to have Monday Night Draw back. I've recently realized I relax when I have photo reference, but I tighten up when it's coming out of my imagination. Any advice for incorporating reference?
I relax when I'm drawing out of my head. I tighten up when I'm using reference. And that's because I normally draw out of my head. And so, and I really think that you're tightening up because you're just not as comfortable with it. You're just not as used to it. So, you know, the only real solution to that is to just fight through the pain and just, you know, keep doing it and keep sketching, especially, you know, because sketching is the foundation for learning it and getting better at it. It's very difficult to get better at it just drawing your own work. You really need to be working and studying because that's where you develop the language to do it on your own. But if it's really uncomfortable and you feel stiff, I would not worry about that because it's just a necessary part of the process. It's just not fun.
All right. Sid V wants to know, Meredith, can you please ask Mr. Finch to give a short lesson on how to draw veins? Please.
All right.
And apparently I pronounced it wrong. It's Shang-Chi.
Oh,
Sorry.
I swear you said Shanghai.
I think that's what he wrote, Shanghai. But maybe
maybe it got auto-corrected. Anyway, whatever, Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Let me just say it's well past my bedtime now, so I'm not responsible for any mistakes that I make.
Okay. So veins. So I'm going to draw. Here's basically a shape for an arm. What I need to know in order to draw veins is I need to know really right from the beginning where my light's coming from. I'm going to have it come from about this kind of an angle here. Here's my shoulder. And let me just get out the brush so I can do this quickly. So here's my basic lighting. Obviously, this is nothing special to say the least, but just enough to, you know, get some general kind of lighting on the arm down. Now a vein, if you think about it as just a line, it's not going to really look great. If you draw both sides of that line, I'm reluctant to do that because it'll look awful. I'm going to draw it up through here. What I want to do is I'm going to get a little white out and I'm just going to lift that out there. I'm going to think of this as a very small ridge. And so I'm going to shadow on this side of it, a little thicker down here. Because it's a small ridge, when this shadow crosses through it, I'll just open it up. You have to be careful because if you have a really big, long, like a big shadow, you can't have a vein that's visible over something that's really dark. So something to bear in mind. And I'm going to attach another vein here. And it's, again, just a line, but I'm connecting it here. I want to go a little thicker at the connection point. I've got a muscle kind of coming here. I know that it kind of lights like this. And so I'll go just a little thicker with my vein there. Maybe I'll get another vein here. It really doesn't matter. I'll connect one here. I mean, you don't want to get too crazy, but you kind of can, as long as you think of it in terms of a ridge. So you only put a shadow on one side of it. So this would represent the underside of that shape, that tiny little ridge shape. And if I was to draw both sides of it, it starts to really kind of fall apart. Now, if I want to draw a vein on the other side, that's going to connect like this, but it looks really weird. I would need to break that at that point to draw that connection. And then that's fine from, you know, just getting it. Oh, by the way, I want this to kind of stick out into the shadow just a little bit. So I'll just increase my shadow just to there. Now, I'm going to draw some rendering through. I'm going to stop it at my vein. And then I'm just going to put like a really short blunt rendering on here. just like this. And that gives it quite a bit of depth. But then if I just put white out there, so this could be a problem. My brush's going to crap, or my pen's going to crap out, but I'm putting just like a little dot, and that is enough to kind of suggest the other side of that vein. And that's really all you need. It works. I really like doing that. I find that works. And I can also just continue the rendering that I had going on past the vein, just like that. So that's really, in a really quick nutshell, that's how it's done.
Oh my gosh. All right.
See, and I could break that up there, and you can see just breaking that makes it look like a raised line. So there you go. All right, I'm going to continue because Meredith's going to fall apart.
9:30 is late.
9:30 is nothing.
I'm not used to this.
We're going to be here until 11.
No, we're not. Ross Klein says, I'm sorry, I had a big yawn. I know you're still learning, but I'm using black 2.0 paint to make shadows for a friend's project. Have you used this paint at all?
No.
And any advice?
Black 2.0 paint? I don't know. No. I'm assuming this is like acrylic paint. I don't know. So I apologize. I don't have experience with it.
Oh, sorry. I like how the chat slowed down because Dave was explaining. It says, Saman Kucher. I'm gonna have to start getting my reading glasses for when I get tired out here. Whew. You explain, people listen. We have 544 likes. Very Do you think we can get to 600 likes on the first stream of the season? Let's put it out there. I'm sorry, Dennis. Dennis Kelley says, yawning is contagious, Meredith. I'm sorry. I really do. Like, I have not been up this late all summer.
No, it's true. You really haven't been.
This is like.
Well, you have been. We've had friends over and you end up staying up a little later.
Ooh, sorry. This is going to be a bad half hour.
You'll be fine.
I can make it. I can make it.
I forgot about the Meredith falling asleep.
Yeah. Atomic Art is also falling asleep. He says, let's see how long I can stay awake before I just knock out. He must be in school, though.
Yeah.
He's tired from being back in school. Nettlewood Park says, we have pairs of reading glasses all over the house. I only have 2 pairs of reading glasses, right, Nettlewood? Right now, I have one in the car because I find I go to stores and I cannot, or I have to send a text on my phone sometimes and I can't read my phone, especially when you come in from outside, when your eyes are all dry because I'm outside all the time with the horses.
Yep.
And then my eyes don't work properly and I'm like, I can't read my phone. And when I shop. So, and then I have glasses for, embarrassingly enough, now in the morning, my eyes don't work properly and I can't read my computer. So I need them for when my eyes are waking up too. So Tomic is working too. Oh, school and work. That's our son's life right now too.
Yep.
Everett got a job this summer. Finally. He's working at a local restaurant and he's loving it.
He's bussing tables.
And
doing the greeting at the door and
seating people.
Yep. Yeah, he's doing really well.
I'm making everybody tired. Ter Sheep PL Plaz says it's 4:31 in his time. AM. 4:30 in the morning, man.
That is
my golden time. Give me I don't stay awake till 4:30. I wake up at, 3 or 4.
That's your nobody else is awake to bother me time?
That's exactly what that is. I can do whatever I want time.
You could always just let me sleep till 10. You'd have all kinds of time.
No. You like getting up at 7. I've made Dave an early morning person.
Yeah, it's been much better for me.
Yeah, he likes getting up at 7 because he used to religiously get up at 8. But 7 is much better. So there you go. Gino says, Dave, glad you and Meredith are back. You were missed.
Well, thank you very much, Gino.
Kevin Mandeville says, we can get to 600 likes in the next 5 minutes. And he's not wrong because we're already at 589. We only need 11 more likes to get to 600. We can do it. And Hockey says, you're getting old, Meredith. There you go. Excuse to ban. You know what? Now I'm too tired to ban people.
You know hockey.
I know hockey. I'm too tired. I can't ban people I like.
No.
Jimmy, I could ban him. Jimmy says, I'm back. What I miss? Like, you had the nerve to walk away, Jimmy? Seriously? He says, did Meredith sing yet? Are Dave's eyes still in his head? Poor Jimmy. What do we do without Jimmy on the he takes almost as much as abuse as you do, Dave.
Yes.
He really does.
He does.
I'm going to have to send him like a nice basket at Christmas.
Just to apologize.
Just to apologize. Thank him for being the butt of all my jokes.
I think Jimmy likes you, so you get away with a lot.
Let's hope so. If not, he's a very good actor. Brad Scott Art has a super chat for $10. Brad says, welcome back. That's all. Miss Meredith rules.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Every time I see MMR, it makes me think of the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. Because that's MMR. Like, you get your kids vaccinated with the MMR.
Oh.
That's a mom thing, though.
Yes.
Nobody else in the stream knows what I'm talking about. Only the moms and the doctors. Henry Jermick says, Meredith, I have 3 types of glasses. One for looking, one for seeing, and one for reading.
I have 2 that are all this one, but I've got progressive. So, the top of them is for looking out far and the bottom is for looking close. So whenever I'm looking at something close, I'm doing this at the bottom of my glasses.
Let's talk about your glasses, Dave. Let's talk about how Dave was weed whacking. Okay, these are Dave's backup pair.
Yeah.
He was out weed whacking a few weeks ago, and he gets getting hot, and so he put his glasses in his pocket. When he came back in the house, his glasses were no longer in his pocket.
They weren't, and I didn't even bother looking because it wasn't really weed whacking; it was brush cutting, and
in the ditch.
Yes. And
the half mile of ditch.
Yes.
Around our house.
And so I thought, okay, forget, they're gone. So I went to Calgary with
tape on his glasses.
The exact same tape that I have my pencil on my glasses.
Yeah. I got to get him in. And really is just the dog chewed the rubber earpiece. Like, he could go to the glasses repair store.
Yeah, the glasses themselves are fine.
And they would give him a new earpiece.
You know what? It's time.
Yeah. Ride your motorcycle tomorrow.
No, I mean, it's finding the time. I don't mean it's time for me to do it.
Well, next time you and Lance go for a motorcycle ride there.
Yeah.
Spark Owl says, the only time I'm up at 7 a.m. is because I didn't sleep yet. Story by Osmosis says, I'm a 7 a.m. man, but somewhere in Australia, it's more like 5. I love 5 o'clock in the morning in the summer. The sun is up. 630 likes. I blinked and we soared right past it.
Wow,
amazing.
Thank you very much.
People are the best. We're so happy to be back. Meredith, Kermit the Frog wants to know, Meredith, what's the latest you slept into?
That's a good question. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Like, I don't know if you were sleeping in past,
8, like,
if that.
I can't remember
when
last.
You were 20, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was a time I slept in. I'm more likely, truthfully, to take a nap in the afternoon than I am to sleep late. I'd rather get up and get my day started. But if I'm really tired, I feel no guilt whatsoever about lying down for a nap in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm more likely to
take a nap on the couch all day long,
wake up late, and then sleep in the afternoon anyway. But then, and I've really been trying very hard to not do this. I'll be up until 4 o'clock in the morning working because I just need to get stuff done, and it can be incredibly difficult to get stuff done when you're falling asleep on the couch. It's like a catch-22. I fall asleep on the couch because I've been up too late, and then I stay up too late because I fall asleep on the couch, which is why I started getting up at 7.
Yeah. It's been working. Mobius 494 has a super chat for $10. Mobius wants to know, Dave. First he says, hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. Can you explain what an anchor panel is, and do you need one on every page?
You don't need an anchor panel on every page because some pages you really want that consistent storytelling beat, and you have to think about it in terms of timing. So if you have 2 characters talking and you really want like that same kind of shot, something that's very static for a particular storytelling reason, then you don't want an anchor panel. Otherwise, and let me just finish this chest really quick here. Okay, so an anchor panel. Let's do it here. I'm just going to do it with pencil. An anchor panel on a page. So here's my page. And let's say I've got 4 panels. I could do this. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 panels, and they're all the same size. Or I could do, and this would be more what you would see in a, that's a bit of a tall page. This is more what you would see in a modern comic, more the widescreen format. So there's 1, 2, 3. I'm too short, but you get the idea. And there's 4 panels. And that you see quite a bit. So you don't need an anchor panel. You can see that works. And I've certainly done that quite a bit. What an anchor panel is, though, so I'm going to draw my page, and I'm going to say, okay, I want to establish a scene. I've got 2 characters that are standing on a rooftop, so I'm going to draw 1 character here, 1 character here. Here's my rooftop, and like my whole city behind them, and all this kind of stuff, and it's cool. And then I'll draw another panel here, another one here, whatever. I can arrange some other small panels on the page. That's an awful layout. It's the worst. But the point being, ignore how bad that layout is. I've got a huge panel, and it's because I really want to, get that established, that I've got that cool background. How's that ever terrible? But you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so that's like establishing. Actually, it looks more like a cliff, but that's establishing a page using an anchor panel, and that would be your using an anchor panel as an established shot.
Using an anchor panel. Oh, I lost my mic. Using an anchor panel as an I can't. My mic is not working.
As an establishing shot.
There we go.
Okay, and
that's what we're saying. We got rickrolled.
We did?
Your stream got rickrolled.
Okay. So
do you know what that means?
Yeah, I do. And we'll talk about it in just a minute. I just want to get this out.
Get it out.
Okay. And so now I'm going to do another one. I've got my 4 panels. What's that?
I thought you were done.
I've got my 4 panels. And so I'm going to draw 1 panel here and then another panel here. And these are 2 characters fighting. So I've got a little panel of them fighting, maybe a fist hit in the face. It doesn't matter. And then I want a big, huge panel. And I've got my hero and he's standing over like the villain. And the villain's all beat up here. And this is like my big, shot that's like super awesome. And then I can have 1 panel here, maybe, where you see a close up of the hero and he's looking down at him, like with derision, Anyway, I want that anchor because I really want, like, that's the moment where I go boom, like, oh, that's, So it's a moment that you really want to emphasize. And in comics, you get that a lot. You get, those, that could be a big punch, like this is the decisive punch of the page of the fight scene that really, changes the tide, and boom, and that would be your big shot. So yeah, it gives you, and this is the advantage of comics that you don't have in any other medium, is you can do an anchor panel and really splash with size. You can't do that with a movie. I mean, they've, got phenomenal CGI. We don't have, but they don't have anchor panels. So we got rickrolled.
We did on the stream by Terror Sheep. There you go. Now we've seen everything. It's official. The stream's been rolled. Johnny Cole wants to know, when's the merch coming out? So here's the situation with that. I tried Spreadshirt because that's who YouTube recommends, and they were terrible. So I have images for the shirts, and I have to get it and do it through Threadless. I think they're the ones who did my Rose t-shirts, and they were good. So it's going to be, was doing it, and then I got distracted by building my barn. So if you sign up to the Finch, you get on the Finch Flock Facebook page, be part of the group, because that's where I'll announce it first. You heard it first there.
Yeah, you should really get on that.
Get on the group. I should get on the t-shirts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you've got it pretty much, like you've got all the files in you. So
I do. I just need to sit down and do it for a second.
Yeah.
I just need to take the second. Kick me early, and tomorrow maybe I can get it to you.
I'll try.
All right. We are at 657 likes with 20 minutes to go. We can make 700. How awesome would it be to make 700 likes on the first stream of the night of the year, the season? We're already at 659. We only need 40 more likes. And David Finch has 184 subscribers on his YouTube channel. We want to hit 200,000. That could be sooner than we think.
Yeah, not tonight, right?
Not tonight.
Cut
We're
me a
not
little
going to,
slack here.
because that means that next week would be our 200,000 subscriber giveaway.
No, I think it's going to take a little while. It's slowed down a little bit.
Charles Petrie thinks October,
I don't know.
maybe November.
It slowed down a little bit, and then it's kind of picked up. And it really comes down to when I put out tutorials, it grows faster. And if I don't put out as much,
we're back to doing the draw, and we all know that 180,000 of those subscribers are just to listen to Meredith on Monday Night Draw. So
it's the problem of having her on. This is what I get all week.
Oh, I missed my stream. I ask and they respond. We're already at 688 likes. You guys are the greatest. Dave, do you get double vision when you draw? Sheldon Martin says he has astigmatism in his eye, so he gets double vision when you draw.
I'm getting that right now.
Are you getting double vision?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I keep adjusting my glasses because it's kind of happening. I think I need to change my prescription maybe. Like
maybe you go see the doctor.
I'm finding
we're getting old.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble with it.
Yeah.
So
you're getting ticking to the big 5-0.
It's funny that you say that because I'm feeling that a little bit right now. Like it's not really totally in focus, to be honest.
Oh, there you go. Sheldon, you jinxed him. Matthew Fox says, David Finch, because of your videos, I was able to create a product I was really happy about.
That Matthew Fox?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Matthew, and congratulations. And I'm really glad to hear it. It's a great feeling. It's so much work to learn how to do this and just to draw any individual picture. It's an undertaking, I'm sure all you guys know. And when you can do something that you feel proud of, it's a time to celebrate. It really is.
Speaking
of
easy.
Yes.
700.
Way to go.
There we go. You guys are the greatest. Art9 says, Meredith Finch, take a look at the movie Old 2021. Is that a joke? Is there actually the movie called Old 2021?
I don't know.
What does that mean? What it means to be old in 2021?
I don't know. I don't know if he's laughing at you or not. I'm gonna say probably.
No, we'll find out. Threadless, noted. All right. Spreadshirt is garbage. We use it for our podcast merch. Never again. Yeah, oh, geez. Sorry, I'm having mic problems. I just was frustrated because they were supposed to approve a design that it was like a basic design with a little bit of color and it never got approved. So that's frustrating.
Yeah. And it's not like, it was not a controversial thing.
Yeah. And my rose t-shirts were like full color.
Yeah.
Just so not
some
a
kind of who knows?
Yeah. So there you go. All right.
I'm off the screen.
Meredith. Henry Jeremiah says, Meredith, I can't wait to get my copy of Monday Night Draw Book 1 Season 1. Thanks for the info. Yeah, keep watching the Flock page and I will announce when the Kickstarter's coming. Death Metal Hero says, hey Meredith, any chance you and Dave might show up in Dan Fraga's Fragtober? We have not been invited. We're not part of the in crowd.
Yeah, I was not aware. And I mean, I know Dan, and I really like him. So
there you go. You never know.
No, but
we've not been invited. Jim Klein has a super chat for $10. Welcome back, Dave and Meredith. It's great to have the stream back. Had to join late tonight. If you hadn't plugged the Proco course, the stuff on your website, could you do so? Plug the Proco stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Jim. You're the best.
Yes, absolutely.
Jim just plugged it for you.
Yes, thank you very much.
You don't talk about yourself enough, Dave.
I have a Proco course. It's on How to Draw a Comic page from start to finish. And so, with the script, there's actually 3 different pages of script in it. I made sure to add a few mistakes in one of the scripts that I've run into. I want to say I've run into a lot. I don't. Working with Meredith, she really never did it because I would complain to her over the years. Oh, this happened, that happened. So she had a very good idea, even before you were really familiar with comic storytelling, what not to do. So, and I just haven't run into it in ages. I mean, you work with some of the best writers out there. That just doesn't happen, but it will happen from time to time. And you need to know how to be able to fix it and, anticipate it. And, so 3 pages of layout tight layouts, I draw them fairly small, and then one finished page all the way through, and then inking. The inking is a bunch of it's not out yet. It's kind of coming out as it goes, but yeah, all forms of like the kind of inking that I'm doing right now. Also, more traditional inking with like a brush and a quill, and this kind of inking that I'm doing right now, but with full pencils, which is actually it's a different process when I'm drawing, because I'm basically drawing with ink, which is very different than properly inking with ink. So yeah.
All right. Mobius 494 has a super chat for $50 US. Mobius says, "Hi Dave. When drawing a comic, how do you know if your lines are too close together where they start to lose detail? I've heard a lot of artists put too much detail in, David, and when it gets printed, it all disappears, David, when it gets shrank. Does that make sense, David?"
No, that's totally untrue, and that will never happen. Don't worry.
That's totally happened to David.
Yeah, sure has.
Totally happened.
Okay, so it thank you very much, by the way. It is not at the same level of problem that it was when I broke in. And actually, I remember Dan Fraga, by the way, it's so funny how this all works, right? So Dan Fraga, I met in New York at a convention when I was trying to break in, and he was at a table there, and he was so awesome to me. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. Like, and I remember saying this to him before. He didn't remember, but I mean, that's how conventions go. But he looked at my work for a long time, and he was really supportive. And he said, "You really need to work on your rendering because
you're off camera."
Oh, sorry. Thanks. Because it was so small that he said it just won't print. And at the time, it truly wouldn't have. Now, with the way that things are scanned and with technology how it is, yeah, you can get away with more, but at a certain point, it will close up, and it does happen to me. I would say, I wish what's a good rule of thumb? So with a pencil, I'm going to do a little bit of rendering. And you can kind of see how big my pencil is here, but there's one, there's two. And so at that size, that's about how far apart I like to be. And now I'm going to do some bigger rendering. With a pencil, bigger rendering takes me forever. It actually does with ink too. You can see, because when I do this, I don't like to leave it for the inker. So I sit there and scribble in my thicker lines. You guys never really see me do this much because I keep inking, but you can see it's the same thing. My space is actually probably a little bit wider, so it's just proportional. And if I go smaller, my space gets smaller too. So basically, I'm drawing the same thing, and I'm sizing up and sizing down the whole thing. So I'm not drawing at this size and being here, and then when I draw small, I'm just closing it all in. And you have to be very deliberate with it too. Hopefully you can see that. Like every line I'm having to really place and then throw and make sure. And this gets really natural. Like you don't even have to think about it, but you do have to think about it if you haven't done it a lot and you want those all to be nice and even. It's easier than you think. It really is. If you just do what I'm doing right now, half an hour later, you'll be doing this much, much better. So yeah, what you want to avoid is just throwing lines. Unless you have like this incredible hand for doing it and you're really great at it, you can end up with something that looks very sketchy very quickly. And I wish I could say, here's your sizing and give you like a millimeter. I can't, but and for everyone is different too, and that's another thing. Some writer or some artists have a very big, bold rendering. Some go for something much smaller. I would say if you print your stuff out at half size, so if you work at 11 by 17 and print it out at 8.5 by 11, you'll get a good sense of what you'll end up with.
Cool. Lance Boyer on the chat quickly tonight. He is working for the next 4 weeks, but he's going to catch us in the reruns. And
what? Lance is not going to be here?
Sorry. Says looking great. I'll be on nights, but I'll catch the reruns. And then also Wait. The Art Jedi's here.
Hey.
Art Jedi, it's been forever. I missed you guys so much. Without Dave and Meredith, Mondays have never been the same. Sorry I'm late tonight. School's got me down. Don't be down. School's just starting.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just do your reading.
Well, and it's good to see you. It's been a while. Actually, a lot of people, a lot of people were there for a lot of the summer stream, but I'm seeing a lot of people that I haven't seen for a while, so it's nice.
Michael Gautran on the
Hey.
chat. Michael with a super chat. Michael, we love you. We miss Michael. Michael's our friend from Florida. $4.99. Michael says, "Hey Dave, how are you? Speaking of the horror theme, are you a fan of the Hellraiser movie series? I have a possible commission request."
Oh.
Winky, winky.
First of all, yes, absolutely. On both questions, I would do it for sure. And I'm a huge fan. Yeah, I've seen Hellraiser 3 million times. I've seen them all. They just came out with another one not that long ago, and I really liked it. It got reviewed badly. I thought it was great. I don't know. I really liked it. Yeah, I'm a huge Hellraiser fan.
So Dave, people are starting about because they got to go to bed, like your wife. I just want to check out.
It's only 9:54.
You got till 10?
Actually, the way that things are going right now, yeah, I'll be able to wrap it up at 10. Happy?
Yes. Just because I love you. But
Yeah.
even Patches is back down here.
I haven't seen Michael Gautran in
Alive, I
a couple
see.
years.
Well,
and that's
I
just how
miss
it
him.
is.
I know.
Be nice
Hello,
to see him again.
cat. Still alive, I see.
Michael. Yeah. I see Michael on Facebook. He's my Facebook friend. Patches is back in the house.
It's very exciting for us all.
She's really just down here saying, dude, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
Devontae21 says, nobody's tired, Meredith. Chill.
Thank you, Devontae.
Yeah, speak for yourself. Actually, I was so grateful to sleep last night. That was best. Zoom out. You're
I'm
too
gonna,
close.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to zoom out because
Zoomy.
I'm gonna do because I've got another 5 minutes.
You got
And
yeah.
we're gonna make Meredith go through it all.
Nick from Detroit says, drink some tea, Meredith. I was drinking tea tonight. I was drinking decaf though because Meredith doesn't need any help to have a bad night's sleep. I fall asleep, no trouble. I have no trouble falling asleep. Staying asleep, that is a bit of a challenge. I'll go to bed and wake up at like 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and then I'm up for the night. Jimmy says, Dave, just realized we got to put the Finch Flock logo on your overlay, Dave Finch.
Oh yeah.
Not a person says, why am I just finding out Monday Night Draws back? What? Not a person? Because you're not part of the Finch Flock Facebook group. That's why. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you sign up. And
Well, it's
be a
good
part.
to see not a person here.
It is good to see not a person here. But I'm telling people, join the group. Be part of the flock. It's not just for chickens. Are you rolling your eyes? No, not at all. Most unique channel name, Meredith Scene. I'm not tired at all. I'm so excited that Meredith is back, even though I have school.
Yeah, most unique channel name Meredith has ever seen. Actually, has been around all summer watching the.
Aww,
So
loyalty. Mobius 494 is another super chat for $5. Is there going to be a full size David Finch artist edition book?
That would be out of my control.
By
at least,
whom?
Yeah, for now, it would be. Like if I did one, through DC or something like that, because I know they've done some. That would be. I'm not really exclusive with DC right now, so it would be unlikely.
Probably not. They did a pencil book.
Yeah, they did.
But I do think that the book that David is working on currently,
we're definitely going to do. Like
he's working on it with. Definitely is going to do like, and you're going to want to get it because the art of this project is redonkulous. Redonkulous.
Okay.
So good. It's like the greatest thing Dave's ever done. I joined, Meredith. I joined the Facebook group. Okay. Says Hockey. Hockey joined. Eric, the best moderator in the entire world, has put a link on the stream. So if you're lazy, just click the link because Eric has done the work for you. You can just join the group today. And I have it mostly set for, everybody to get approved. But I will block you if you're political, because this is only for, like our stream, it's only for art.
Yes, and don't take any kind of, that kind of, like, it's not a political stance.
No, it's
any kind of politics.
It's only
not that anybody agrees or disagrees. It's just that we have that everywhere.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that this is the thing about art. There are things that we disagree on, just as people, all of us.
Dave and I disagree all the time.
We do, but there are things we can agree on here. I think all of us as artists and fans of art, and I wanted to be about that. That's what we're doing here. And you know what? It's considered a reprieve. How about that?
A place where only awesome art matters. Nick from Detroit wants to know how many followers Patches has now. I don't know. I've been badly neglecting.
You start
Patches.
this stuff, and then
I do. I've been badly neglecting both my Instagram and Patches' Instagram. Patches has people have probably dropped Patches like a hot potato because Patches hasn't been posting. She has 210 followers. I mean,
not bad. And
that's not terrible.
You haven't been doing Monday Night Draw.
I mean, the last time I posted on Patches' Instagram page was
when you were still doing Monday
May 26th.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Well, you need to post.
I'll have to post the chickens because, oh my gosh, look at that cute little chickie chick. Do you see that picture?
Yeah, it looks good.
Look at it, picture, Dave. I'm going to hold it up. Look at that was our little chickie chick.
It's pretty. Here, give me that.
Oh my gosh, it doesn't look like that anymore. Look at that.
It's so dark I can't see it on the screen.
See, pull it closer to the camera.
It's too dark.
No, it's not.
No, okay.
Pull it closer to the camera. There you go. Anyway, look at that cute little chicken.
It's pretty cute.
They're not that cute now. They're totally different looking. Cute
All right.
little chicken.
I'm going to sign this thing. It's 9:59.
We got 738 likes because you guys are the greatest. Oh, Magic and Art wants you to draw Godzilla. We'll put it on the list.
Well, next I am going to draw Kratos because I forgot and I'm sorry. So that will be next week. I'm doing Kratos and I'm looking forward to it.
Greg L. Static Art. Meredith, I'm so glad you're back. Dave missed a lot of my chats throughout the summer. I don't think he knew I was there for all of them.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Greg. Yeah, really.
He did his best.
I did. Yeah, it is good to have you back for that, for sure. Because, when Eric and I are doing it, we're both working. And Eric, like a champion all summer because, Eric has not drawn for years and years and years like I have. And I've been drawing at conventions in front of people for years too. So I'm not too, the first couple of times I did this on the stream, it was a little daunting, but not that bad because I've drawn this kind of thing in front of people for a long time. Eric had not ever done that. And, yeah, he didn't balk from any kind of a challenge, painting all of this stuff all summer. But it did mean that both of us have our head down working and some things got missed. So I apologize. All right. Well, that's it for this one.
Next week, we'll have an awesome outro that we can play.
Yes, I'll make sure to actually have it on. And the intro is really, really cool. And thanks to Yuri for that. I'll have to thank Yuri properly next week when we can show it, when I remember to actually put it up. So, yeah. Yep. This was a blast to draw. It was a lot of fun.
It was good to be back.
Yeah, and it's just good to be back.
Everybody have a good night's sleep. Stay out of trouble. Get your schoolwork done. And we'll see you next Monday.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Bye.